Buenos dias from San Gervasi. This is the Rorschach Spain update from the 28th of November, 2024. Happy Thanksgiving. Quick summary of what's going down in Spain. First up, Juan Carlos I, Spain's former king, or King Emeritus, as they say in Pepe, faces renewed security over alleged tax crimes. In late November, prominent judges, prosecutors, and journalists filed a lawsuit accusing him of 5 crimes between 2014 and 18. They argued that his $5 million payment to the Spanish Treasury in 2020 and 2021, which were meant to settle tax arrears, should not have halted earlier investigations into the former king's taxation and corruption cases. Juan Carlos, who abdicated in 2014 due to poor health and heightened public attention, has lived in the United Arab Emirates since 2020 amid ongoing financial controversies, and this is the latest blow. Meanwhile, on Monday the 25th, the government announced that from May 2025, Spain will implement sweeping reforms following undocumented residents of over 2 years to apply for legal residence without fear of penalty. New measures aim to regulate nearly 1 million undocumented residents over 3 years, granting around 300,000 people legal status per year. Key measures include enabling applicants with family, economic, and social ties to Spain to qualify. New rules simplify family reunifications, even for unmarried couples, and allow foreign students to work. Elderly relatives of Spanish citizens will also gain streamlined residency pathways. Over to Barcelona, where on Saturday the 23rd, around 22,000 people had a protest demanding lower rental prices and improved living conditions. Demonstrators chanted against increased rents, which have risen nearly 70% since 2014, fueled by gentrification and proliferation of short-term tourist rentals. Smaller protests also went ahead across Catalonia. Burgos in the north of Spain, Asturias in the northwest, Jerez de la Frontera in the south. Spokeswoman from the Tenants Union of Catalonia emphasized the strain on wages, saying, "We are spending half our wages on rent." Speaking of protests, on Wednesday the 27th, Workers' Commune CTOO, a national trade union CGT, called thousands of public bus drivers to strike. The protest began on Thursday the 28th and is planned until the 9th of December. Then from the 23rd of December onwards, if nothing changes. The sector is striking mainly due to demand better early retirement conditions and is asking for the government to lower the retirement age as well as eliminate pensions restrictions should someone take over their retirement money earlier than the legal pension age. Heading south to Andalusia, where Hortifruta, a Spanish association that promotes fresh produce, has issued a yellow alert for vegetables like cucumbers and zucchini due to unstable market conditions caused by overproduction and changing weather. According to Hortifruta, Dutch cucumbers face a critical situation with production up 10% compared to normal levels, driven by unusually warm November temperatures and surplus stock from Northern Europe. Hortifruta warned it may enforce rules limiting lower quality produce in markets, prioritizing premium categories to stabilize prices. Starting on Monday, the 2nd of December, Spain will implement strict new regulations requiring hotels and tourism business to collect detailed personal information from tourists, including family relationships, bank card details, and home addresses. Fernando Grande Marlaska, Spain's interior minister, announced the implementation of this new law on Tuesday the 26th. Still, the decision has sparked worldwide uproar, with many news outlets labeling it Big Brother-esque. Hoteliers are also upset. The Hotelier Association CEHAT has slammed the law as intrusive and incompatible with EU privacy laws, even launching legal action against the government. More tourism updates. On Friday the 22nd, Spain's Consumer Rights Ministry fined 5 budget airlines over $188 million for charging passengers extra for hand luggage and seat reservations. Of all the low-cost airlines, Ryanair received the largest fine of $113 million, followed by Vueling, EasyJet, Norwegian Airlines, and Volotea. Ministry first announced the fines in May, but has followed through this month after rejecting airlines' appeals, also banned the fees in question, saying they were violations of consumer rights. Ryanair and EasyJet vowed to challenge the penalties in court, arguing their policies align with EU regulations. The fines are the largest of their kind in Spain's history, and it followed a 6-year investigation into transparency issues in the budget airline sector. Wildlife news on Friday the 22nd, a study published by the Conservation Science and Practice Journal advised against introducing European bison to Spain, citing ecological, legal, and ethical concerns. Carlos Nores, zoology professor at the University of Oviedo in northern Spain, leads the study, which challenges previous statements that the species can restore habitats, mitigate climate change, or prevent forest fire. The study argues that the evidence does not support these benefits. The researchers note that European bison never naturally inhabited Spain and would struggle to survive in its hot, arid climate, requiring human support. Existing populations in Sierra de Andújar in the south and Extremadura in the west and Castilla-La Mancha in the center face high mortality due to extreme summer temperatures exceeding 104 Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. Michał Chelowski, a Polish guy who likes fishing, has made headlines by catching a massive 105-inch, which is over 2.6 meters, catfish weighing over 280 pounds, which is around 120 kilos, in Spain's Ebro River in the northeast. After measuring and photographing the catfish, he released it back into the river. While his catch surpassed the Polish record of 101 inches, 2.5 meters, set in 2017, it will not qualify for recognition since it was caught abroad. Chelowski, undeterred, aims to break bigger records, though the current world record of 112 inches, which is about 2.8 meters, set in May 2023 by Italian angler Alessandro Biancardi, still stands. For you weirdos out there, have you ever held a hyper-realistic but not actually real baby? Well, this past weekend on Saturday the 23rd and Sunday the 24th, thousands gathered at La Feria Bebé Reborn in Madrid to see and purchase super real, what are called reborn dolls, replicas of newborn babies crafted from silicone and vinyl. The event featured 70 vendors offering complete dolls, parts, and accessories with prices ranging from $100 for small dolls to $3,600 for lifelike models with crying and laughing sound systems. Google it. Super weird. It's just under a month until Christmas, but Barcelona's festive season is in full swing with the return of the illuminated spectacle, the Lights of St. Paul, or Els Llums de Sant Pau in Catalan. This event transforms the modernist St. Pau Hospital complex into a magical display of over 20 light installations. The fourth edition of this light display opened on the 21st of November, set to run until the 12th of January. Check it out with the kids. Let's close this edition with some tips on delicious and unique treats that are a must-try this Christmas season. Roasted chestnuts, sold by street vendors in cities across the country, are a great winter snack. Chestnuts aren't your thing. You may be up for some sweets with one of the many Spanish Christmas sweets. In the South, Murcias Cordiales, little almond cakes, are particularly good. Turrón is also a popular gift with endless flavor combinations, as it's typically made from a base of honey, almonds, and egg whites. Lesser-known dishes like Catalunia's escuella soup in the northeast and Castilla-La Mancha's garlic soup in the center of Spain and the Balearic Islands, cream of almonds soup just off the eastern coast, also very, very good. And that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. We are so thankful to our listeners who follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the other platforms, especially those who share the show with friends and family. Do that if you haven't and you think they might be interested. If you'd like to pass along an episode by sending an MP3 through a messaging app, you can download any episode directly from our website at www.rorschach, that's RORSHOK.com/Spain. You'll also find a link in the show notes. Thank you. Hasta la próxima.